Hey folks, this is Matt once again. I know I'm fucking lighting. Looks like I'm part of the Blue Man Group mixed with the albino motherfucker. Fucking lighting. But anyway, I'm in my room, away from my room. Of course, I've showed this before, but this is sort of my DVD room, which I've done videos showing this, so it's on my channel. But and this was a gift from someone, and it was nice of them to do so. So why not wear it for this video, where I'm going to be doing a list of my top 41 favorite horror films. Why 41? Why not? Also, real quick, like, if you want to see clips or trailers to the films I talk about, go to the link down below. It goes you to my other channel, and that channel I have up just so that one I can put clips and stuff. Really, it's just from number 41 to number 1, just a series of trailers and clips of the films I talk about. So if you hear me talk about a film and it interests you, just go to the link down below. Hopefully it's not blocked of copyright bullshit. And you can watch it. You can see the trailer. You can see clips of from number 41 number 1. Even though I fucked up about 16 minutes into that video, I put the tile in the wrong spot, so a trailer comes up, and all of a sudden, I'm in Elm Street Part 4. I'm like, shit, it's not Elm Street 4. I put it in the wrong spot, but fuck it. But anyway, if you want to see more, go to the link down below, and you'll see clips and trailers, mainly trailers. So, and when I first did this account, when I first started this account, I did a list of my 69 favorite horror films. Of course, a lot of them are gone because of copyright shit. But I didn't want to do, well, we all want to do 69. I mean, cheers to that. But I figured, why not 41? So hopefully this won't be 5 hours. But I'm a weird sort of eccentric guy in my taste. So if you're like, why the fuck you put that on the list? Why isn't this on the list? Make your own fucking list. Not that difficult. So anyway, before I just start my number 41, some films that if I went up to number 69, I would put in The Shining with Jack Nicholson. I love The Serpent and the Rainbow. I think that's a great Wes Craven film with Bill Pullman dealing with voodoo. Don't bury me, I'm not dead. Love The Serpent and the Rainbow. I know there's others, but another one I would put on there is The Shaft. Why? Because it's a killer elevator film. It's a remake of a killer elevator film by the same director, starring Naomi Watts, that has roles with Michael Ironside, Edward Herrmann, Ron Perlman, Dan Hedaya. It's a killer elevator film that's such a crazy idea that what they do in this film, in the director like knew, shit, okay, I'm gonna remake my own film about killer elevator, I better go ape shit crazy. So in the first 5 minutes, you get titties. Then you have a guy get his head caught from an elevator and he gets his head cut off. So you had decapitations. You got elevator opening, making a blind man and his dog fall to their deaths because the elevator's an asshole. Yeah, elevator playing peekaboo with a little girl, cute little girl, ready to kill her ass. Yeah, elevator who's such an asshole that makes pregnant women give birth to their kids. You have an elevator that goes apeshit crazy, that goes up to the top and the floor caves in and women and children are falling to their deaths. Yeah, elevator who's such an asshole that a skateboarder punt gets somehow thrown in. Elevator goes right to the top just to throw the guy's ass off. And when he lands, it's a bloody... Yeah, elevator that's such an asshole that it gets on fire and tries to kill our hero, played by James Marshall. And there's a SWAT guy. It cuts the motherfucker in half and bloody gore. I'm like, what the fuck? It was awesome. The hero kills the elevator by shooting a bazooka at its heart. The movie ends with Aerosmith's Love in an Elevator. Yes, it actually ends with Love in an Elevator by Aerosmith. And I'm like, this is fucking awesome. This is a fun B movie. This is the kind of movie I'm watching. I see decapitations, pregnant women getting, well, people getting cut in half, titties in the first 5 minutes, Aerosmith, the hero shooting a bazooka into the monster's heart. It's like the next step, it makes legs and just goes on a rampage. Kind of like this film. But I love The Shaft. That didn't sound right. I love the movie The Shaft. Don't give a fuck. And speaking of which, yes, I do enjoy The Mangler. Kind of that sort of same thing where I like Ted Levine as the good guy. It's rare for him to be a good guy. He was a good guy. He was the dad in the Hills of Eyes remake. On the TV show Monk, he's a good guy, but you remember him more as a bad guy like Silence of the Lambs. But it's nice to see him as a good guy. I really enjoy Ted Levine. Like, there's a conversation he has with his brother-in-law, this priest guy, who's like, "This is bullshit, Mark. Bullshit rally. Rally bullshit. This is bullshit." Some good gore bits. Yeah, it's a killer laundromat, but you get some good gore bits. I like the way the film is shot by Toby Hooper. I love Robert Englund in the film. He's crazy. He has a weird look to him. Has a weird, interesting voice. His legs are in these braces. I really enjoy the film. I still enjoy the film. I know this is considered one of the worst horror films of all time, but let me tell you something. Watch Feeders 1 and 2. Watch The Star Crystal. We got fucking Jehovah's Witness alien knocking on the door, who's like, because he read the Bible, he's like, "I'm sorry. You killed my crew. Well, I'm sorry. I read the Bible. Now I'm a Jehovah's Witness knocking on your door." I've seen worse than The Mangler, believe me. But anyway, get into the actual list. Number 41, this is Pulse. Now, this is not dealing with the Japanese ghost story horror films Pulse. This is a film from the 80s. And I've reviewed this film, so if you want to check it out, my review is still up. Just type in Pulse. Written and directed by Paul Golding. This is the only film the guy directed, which is shitty. Stars Cliff Dion. You have Joey Lawrence. Pretty much is about an electrical pulse that is alive and starts fucking with this family. And what I like about it, number one, they don't give an explanation to the pulse because you don't need one in this instance. What, it's a fucking aliens, government, Paris Hilton, or whatever the fuck did it. Just blame everything on Paris Hilton or Lindsay Lohan. Just blame everything on them. But you don't need it. I mean, the acting, I think, is good. The family is likable. Yeah, Cliff Dion, the dad, does some stupid stuff at the end, but he's still a likable father. He's not an asshole. The stepmom is not a bitch. The kid, I thought, his other brother, Matty, he plays a small role. That kid's shitty. He's just sad. What the fuck the kid said. I said in my review what the hell he said. But the lead one, Joey Lawrence, he does a good job. Really like the score to this film. I like the idea, this mysterious electrical pulse. Just the way the director shoots it, the camera will go inside electronics. And the way the score and the way it's shot. And I'm like, they did this for real. Or they did this practically. It wasn't CGI shit. They went inside TVs and electronics and you see them melt and meld together, and you see like these lines on the TV going across Joey Lawrence's face. It's like, what the hell is it doing? Is this? It just even have a sort of crazy old Ralph type of old man in it. I did a review of this, so I'm not going to go too in depth. And yeah, if you want to see clips or trailers to these, from number 41, which is this, to number 1, go to the link down below, and you'll see the trailers and clips for this. So that way you get more of an inkling of what I'm talking about. But yeah, Pulse I really enjoy. It's sad that the director didn't go on to do anything. Some say it's a little bit slow paced, but it didn't bother me in this instance. It didn't bother me. I like the cast. I like the idea. It has a slow build, but I thought it was for a purpose. And yeah, again, the characters do some dumb stuff, especially in the third act, but, you know, I can forgive it this time. Now, number 40 would be The People Under the Stairs. This is a Wes Craven film that not many people talk about. You have this kid played by Brandon Adams, nicknamed Fool, whose family's about to be evicted. So Ving Rhames gets the kid to break into this rich couple's house, who they're sort of the people who own the properties that the kid's home is being evicted, wrongfully so, being evicted. So they want to go in, steal some money, so that their family, Fool's sick mother, will still be able to live there. And of course, once they go in, they find shit just got real, son. Sort of. These kids, there are people sort of under the stairs. They're in the basement, and you find out that they're kids that this couple stole and want to make their children, but they didn't make the grade, so they got fucked over. And you have this daughter that they have, but it's not. Little girl finds out they're not really her parents. She was stolen, kidnapped, however you want to call it. You have this kid inside the walls who has his tongue cut off. You have traps in the walls. You have this crazy rabid dog chasing after them. I like the kid, Brandon Adams. The kid is the lead, and he didn't annoy me. I actually rooted for this kid. The couple is crazy. Everett McGill and Wendy Roby, they play a crazy couple, and you find out they're actually brother and sister as well as husband and wife. And the husband has this like S&M gear that he puts on with a zipper mask and chasing the kid with a shotgun inside this house. And you get a little bit of metaphor of the rich and the poor and all that. But I found it just a very entertaining film. Underrated Wes Craven film. It's a Wes Craven film not many people talk about. Not many people mention The People Under the Stairs, which is a shame because I think it's a damn good one. Now, number 39 is Streamers. If you know my channel, you know I love me some Peter Weller. And Streamers is actually based on a story by Philip K. Dick. His stories were the basis for Blade Runner, Total Recall, many other films. This also has Jennifer Rubin for Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3. And pretty much it's a future where there's been this war for this minerals, how you want to call it. And one side created these machines called Streamers to fight the other side. But the war's been going on so long, and Peter Weller, one way or another, in a really good scene, finds out that the war is pretty much over, the war is pretty much moved on, and they've been marooned there. They've been stuck there, that they're fighting this war, and they've pretty much been left there. I thought it was a really good scene by Peter Weller. And he's like, well, fuck this. You know, we're not going to keep dying for them so that they can get rich. We don't have a truce. So him and this new guy who arrived there go over to make treaty with the enemy. And when they get there, they find out that these streamer creatures, which are at first these little robotic creatures that go under the ground, they've evolved. So they can look like, they've evolved and can look like other things, which I thought was an interesting idea. And I thought Peter Weller did a really good job with it. I fucked the sequel. The sequel can kiss my ass. But I thought it was entertaining. Peter Weller, really enjoy him. Thought they used a low budget pretty damn well. Thought the effects were pretty damn decent, especially for a low budget. I did not mind Jennifer Rubin. I enjoy Streamers. Streamers goes to show a little bit of photos from it. Just can't do much. Got some good review notices here. But yeah, I enjoy Streamers, but I'm a big Peter Weller fan as well, so that's why Streamers is number 39 on my list. Yeah, I'm not going to go too in-depth because it'd take forever. Now, number 38, I have a DVD-R, but it'd just be a DVD-R of Shakma. Yes, I really enjoy Shakma. I don't have it on actual DVD because the actual DVD in the US, if you want to pay $899, you can get the DVD. But my friend my friend Effrey burned me a DVD-R, so that's good enough as of right now. But Shakma I enjoy because it stars Christopher Atkins, and then you have Tina from the first Nightmare on Elm Street, and you have Roddy McDowall from Fright Night. Doctors, medical students, they do this test on this baboon. One thing leads to another. It gets loose. And what the kids are doing, they think it's dead. And they're playing this sort of... Before LARPing, I guess this is what it would be, where they're in this hospital and each room signifies something, and they talk on walkie-talkies. And yeah, it's kind of, before LARPing, this is what they would do. I thought it was sort of an interesting idea. It wasn't just they're there to have sex and do drugs. They gave a little bit of different twist. And of course, this baboon, because he's been tested on, it goes ape, no pun intended, ape shit crazy. And what I like is that the baboon attacks looked fucking real. I mean, they use a real baboon, and it was pissed off, and they're like, well, we pretty much don't let it do what the fuck it wants. So when it attacks someone, it's pretty vicious, and it's chasing people. And I thought it was surprising. Some of the sequences, like the attacks looked vicious. I like the acting. I like Christopher Atkins. I like Roddy McDowall. It's greatly missed. Thought the score was well done. I love the way the ending is really interesting, which is why I threw the clip in the video down below. I threw the clip of the ending. So, oh, but you spoiled the ending. Well, yeah, but this film is, the only way you don't see this film is on YouTube. And someone put it on parts on YouTube. The only way you don't see it is on YouTube, because if you want to pay $900 for the DVD, that's fine. But I'm not paying $9. But I enjoy Shakima. I was entertained by the film. I was surprised by the film. I did a long time ago, my first time viewing, which a lot of those were gone because of copyright shit. But I reviewed Shakima again. I do have a review of Shakima up, so if you want to know more details, just type in Shakima on my channel and you'll find the review when I re-reviewed it. But I just thought it was okay as a Kill Baboon film, but I thought it was done well. It was done good. I just really liked the ending. That was a satisfying film. It was a film I didn't know much about. I'm like, wow, this is a gem of a film. Really enjoy it. Piece of shit out of Sci-Fi Channel shit. Now, that's number 38. Number 37 would be... You fucking... Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, The Dream Warriors. What can I say about this? Dream Warriors, not gonna dream no more. I love this cover. Although I know some of those people are like, are they in the movie? I don't remember someone with a mace. But love the film, love the concept. I mean, yeah, this is when Freddy's starting to get more of his humor, but a lot of memorable lines. Welcome to primetime, bitch. The cast did a great job. Love Ken Satos, Heather Langenkamp. You have Lawrence Fishburne in a small role. Craig Wasson I liked. Love the characters of Kincaid and Joey. Love the idea that you could get these dream powers. So like Kincaid is super strong, and Patricia Arquette's character can like be very athletic and gymnastics, martial arts. Jennifer Rubin has this punk-like look and has switchblades. Very imaginative, directed by Chuck Russell, who would do The Blob, 1988 The Blob, would do The Mask, Eraser. Also, Frank Darabont had a hand in this. Love the song by Doc in Dream Warriors. Robert Englund did a great job. Just a very imaginative, fun, entertaining movie. Badass flick. What more can I say? It's Elm Street 3, The Dream Warriors. What more can I say about that that hasn't been said? And then number 36. I didn't have all the DVDs here because I didn't want to fucking have 50 of them here that I had to put away. So I just gotta remember to keep talking. I'm gonna put some of this other stuff away because I'm fucking lazy and fucking bullshit. And I'm gonna keep I remember where the fuck we went. Oh shit, wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Duh. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing. Alright, here it is. Get out of there. Get the fuck out of there. That's the wrong one. Shit. Oh, here it is. You see my crotch. Alright. Not much there. Anyway, number 36 would be Feast, which was started by Project Greenlight, which a friend of mine was talking that it's weird that the Project Greenlight season of this. I don't think it was ever released, which doesn't matter. Because behind the scenes, it looked like this film would be a train wreck if you looked at that Project Greenlight stuff. But this is the only good film John Gulager has directed. Because Feast 2 sucks dick. Feast 3 sucks ass. Piranha 3 Double D, double dicks in your mouth. All those other films suck. Here, one of my friends was saying, maybe because Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Wes Craven were producers, maybe they could hold some of these guys back. Because Feast 2 and 3 suck ass. And fucking Piranha 3 Double D suck ass. So I don't know what the fuck happened. But this one, I love Feast. I think Feast, I wish they would have made more horror films like this. To me, this film has a good script. It kept me guessing on who was going to live, who was going to die. It took the cliches in the right way and twisted them. Like Feast 2 and 3 were like, oh, we're just going to do this just because, and we're kind of drunk when we're riding it, so we're just going to do it. No, Feast actually was worthy of it. Now, it's very gory. I love the look of the creatures. Of course, this gives away what they look like at the end. But I love the look of the creatures. Gore is absolutely practical. Very fun. Simple plot. Bunch of people stuck in this bar. There's creatures. Crazy shit happens. The film looks decent. Like Feast 2 and 3 look fucking even more low budget. And this actually looks like it had a budget. Was the film stock or what? The acting, I don't think is too shabby. It's entertaining, it's fun, it's funny. I know Jason Mewes is in a bit role at the beginning. He gets killed. Henry Rollins as well. I don't mind the guy who pretty much become the lead. It kept me guessing. Oh, this girl, no, they're dead. And oh shit, that died. And whoa. Like they really push the envelope into keeping me on my toes. But it's fun, it's fast-paced, it's entertaining, it's exciting. It did not need sequels. The sequels suck ass. But this one I really enjoy. It's a lot of fun. This is my kind of monster movie. That's why it's number 36. Really enjoy this film. Number 35 would be Death Machine. Yes, I believe I did a review of this. I did. Clips and trailers for these films are in the link down below if you want to hear more about this. But Death Machine, before the guy directed League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, before he directed Blade, Stephen Norrington directed this film, Death Machine. Well, you have Brad Dourif as the bad guy. You have this girl, who I thought she did a good job, Ellie Podet. This is sort of I think of this as cyberpunk. I don't know why. Just the look of the film is cyberpunk. Yeah, it does have a tongue-in-cheek tone to it as well. Some would say that the film goes by too slow, but I could deal with it because it's developing. I could deal with it because I thought the payoff was really, really good. The death machine itself is practical. It's big. It's big hunk of metal and teeth. I thought you had some really good action sequences. There's a point where one of the characters gets in the suit that, I don't know, makes you think of those animes. Like, gets in one of these suits, and there's a point where these two, Ellie Pogo and this guy who has this, I don't know if you want to call it tattoo or paint on his face, they're in this hallway, and their friend who, when they put on this suit, their mind gets affected. They're like, no! He shoots his rocket past their face, and then the rocket goes in the... Well, actually, I put that clip in the link below. Goes in a first-person point of view, hits the creature, and it flies back. I'm like, wow, they did all this for practical effects and low budget. Low budget. This is what you can do with a low budget. I thought it was an entertaining film. It was Brad Dourif, great actor. The other actors I thought did fine. And again, I know some people would say, well, it's a little bit slow at the beginning. Well, it didn't bother me because I was fine with the acting. I was sort of getting to the story. And if that's really the case for you, stick with it because I think it gets more interesting. You have a fun battle with the creature inside this elevator that's clawing through the walls and fucks up this fat guy. Uh, it does have its tongue-in-cheek quality. There's a couple stuff that's pretty silly. Like when this cop fucking dies, he says like such a stupid line, like "Holy donuts." That was a moment where okay, you kind of pushed the humor a little bit too far on that Stephen Norrington, but I thought this was a fun. I keep thinking cyberpunk. I don't know why. I just keep thinking of like a cyberpunk movie. Death Machine. Man's Daily Invention is about to show its mettle. It knows your fear. Just Death Machine I really enjoy. I was really surprised. I heard about this from my friends Mike and Effrey, and when I finally saw it, I was really impressed. This is the DVD from overseas. The reason is because this is widescreen. It's a little bit longer. In the US, the DVD is full screen, but this DVD here from overseas is widescreen. It has a little bit more footage in. And then there's another one that's a definite extended cut. But it's nice to have this because it's widescreen. But I love Death Machine. Number 34, which I know people are like, what? This was the first Friday the 13th film I ever saw. This is how I was introduced to it. I enjoy this film. And yes, that is Jason Goes to Hell, which I know a lot of people hate. Again, this is the first Friday the 13th film I ever saw. I saw this as a kid. The unrated version. I still enjoy this film. Yeah, it meddles with the origin of Jason. I thought as a standalone movie, this actually works. Is if The Hidden 2 was a good movie, this would be it. This is like a better version of The Hidden 2 than the actual Hidden 2 that you got. I like the cast. I really enjoyed John D. LeMay. It was nice to see a male hero. I mean, last time was what, Tom Matthews from Friday the 13th Part 6, or Ash from Evil Dead, R.J. McCready. It's nice for me to see a male hero, and I like this guy. He wanted to protect the woman he loved. He wanted to protect his baby. He was going to try to fuck up Jason as much as he could. The gore was crazy. This is probably the goriest Friday the 13th film, and great effects by KMB. I had a fun time, I had an entertaining time with this film. I have reviewed this film as well. It's still on my channel. Love the bit at the ending where the hockey mask and Freddy's claw comes up to grab it. I love John D. LeMay. Get away from her, motherfucker! And shoves Jason right through the fucking glass. Tries to fight him as much as he can. Makes me root for the guy. Love the bit in the police station where Jason's like just fucking people up left and right. Bashes these two heads. And John D. LeMay like gets the gun, shoots the shit out of him, and then pop right in the head. The kills are inventive. I mean, you have one woman, the fat lady who, I shouldn't say that, that's mean, but I forget her name. The woman who's the manager at the cafe gets her fucking teeth pushed into her mouth, like her whole chin punched right, like elbowed right into her fucking mouth. Heads get fucking popped like a zit, or at least the top pop. I love Stephen Williams, his character of the bounty hunter. I love the scene where he's got to get information by breaking John D. LeMay's fingers. You gotta pay. Ah, fuck. I had entertaining time. I mean, this is Friday the 13th Part 9. So, when you get to Part 9, I'm fine if you do shit differently. If it's good. Like, Halloween 6 to me sucks ass because it's not good. It doesn't have John D. LeMay in a fucking police station shooting the shit out of someone, popping someone in the head, and I enjoy this film. I know it's a lot I hate. I don't give a fuck. I still enjoy the film to this day. Still think it's a fun movie. It's an entertaining film. So, so that was number 34. Number 33. Let me get some of those. The reason I'm doing this is that I don't have to put away 40 fucking movies. Just fuck it. Just fast forward through the thing. Just get in there, you son of a bitch. What the hell do we have? Shit, where is it? Come on, there's one. What the hell was it? It was. Oh, okay. That should be over here. Yeah, that should be over there. Don't look at my crotch again. But number 33 would be the original My Bloody Valentine, which I know this artwork makes it look like the remake. I like the artwork of the original more, but really enjoyed My Bloody Valentine. I would say it's one of my favorite slasher films because I love the setting. I love the being put in the coal mines. It's a great setting for a horror movie. I think it has a good atmosphere to it. The acting I'm fine with. The acting doesn't bother me. The the look of the killer is memorable. The death scenes, particularly in the unrated version, very memorable. I mean, yeah, that poor woman who head is put on the fucking shower, so water cascades through her mouth. Pickaxe fun. I got into the story, the legend of Harry Warden. Love the song at the end. And so they say on a Valentine's Day is a curse that will live on and on. And soon you will know as the years come and go of the horror of a long time ago. Love that. Love that. I was fine with the ending, like the little mystery that they threw in there. I was fine with it. I'm like, okay, I'm glad that they did this special edition that we got to finally see. Even though some say that there's more stuff that was cut out, I don't know. But hey, this is good enough for me. And you have a couple features, although what I don't like is some of the features talk about the remake. It's like, can you just have the features just talk about the movie, the original? Is that okay? Is that okay? Is that peachy? But I think I reviewed this film as well. At least I should have. Should be on my channel. But I enjoyed My Bloody Valentine. I really think it's a fun slasher movie. Number 32 should be right here. Underrated John Carpenter film that not many people talk about, In the Mouth of Madness. Sam Neill is this guy who, this is popular author, Sutter Kane, Jurgen Prochnow, whose books are selling huge. They're outselling Stephen King. They're doing, people read them, and it seems like they're going apeshit crazy. So I guess it's like before Twilight. That did. But Sam Neill goes with this person. You actually have Charlton Heston in the film as well. He says, okay, Sam Neill, you and this girl, Julie Carmen, who is the bad girl, lead baddie in Fright Night 2. Pretty much Sam Neill's thinking, okay, this is some publicity bullshit. Okay, I'm going to go and find this guy. And then once they start on this journey, they slowly find out that they're living inside Sutter Kane's books. And then you find out some more stuff that kind of a mind fuck of a movie. I thought it was well directed. You have effects by KMB. You have creepy stuff. Like there's this sweet old woman who is owner. I don't know if she's the owner, but of this hotel. And then later on, you find out that she has her husband like handcuffed, like at her feet, and there's like tendrils and shit. I know there's a inspiration was H.P. Lovecraft. It was an inspiration for this film. You could definitely see it, and how. I mean, hell, it starts with Sam Neill being put into an insane asylum. And I know there's a lot of people who are not fans of Sam Neill, but I think this is without a doubt his best performance. This is his best performance. I think he really did a great job acting in here. Really feel sorry for his character. John Carpenter knows how to make those apocalyptic type movies. He really does. And I'll get to a couple more when I go further down this list. But that was an inventive idea. I think I reviewed this film as well. It should be on the channel. I remember seeing this way back in the day, and it just really pisses me off. There's no features. There's a Blu-ray coming out, but apparently there's nothing on there. There's a commentary by the director and the cinematographer, which isn't much. From what I understand, there's like a little documentary from back in the day that they couldn't even put on the fucking DVD for some reason. What the fuck, New Line Cinema? Well, the film didn't make money. Neither did a lot of the other movies. But you gave them features. But not this or Ninja Turtles. I always go back to that. Why not? But In the Mouth of Madness, I really enjoy. Interesting concept. Good. Just a lot of great sequences. Like when they're driving on the road and Julie Carmen, and then it seems like the road disappears and she looks out. It's like they're driving in air. Or, well, I'll say this. When Sutter Kane goes, I think my favorite color is blue. If you see in the movie, you know what scene I'm talking about. So I really enjoy In the Mouth of Madness. It's a really, really good idea that I thought was handled very well. Number 31. It is a remake, and yes, it is the Hills of Ice remake. As someone said, a few months, or I think I said it first, but I said kind of in a joking matter. But I know some of my friends kind of took that to heart too. That I look like the guy from the Hills of Ice remake. Like if I had my beard, and if I had hair, but if I had my beard, that I kind of look like Aaron Stanford Dud from Hills of Ice remake. So if I grew my beard out, I did like a shotgun, then hey, I'm Dud from Hills of Ice. And I actually had one of those T-shirts as well, those white T-shirts. Way back, I did a review where I had that on there. But Hills of Ice remake, I enjoy this remake, and I hate the original. I don't care. The original film bored me to tears. I hate the original Hills of Ice. I thought it was fucking boring. I thought it looked like a bunch of mutants who were... Not even mutants. A bunch of people who got lost on their way to fucking... Burning Man or something. Or Woodstock. They're on the way to Woodstock. They got lost in the fucking desert. I didn't give a fuck about any of the characters. I didn't give a fuck about what was going on. I thought it was boring. I thought it was slow. I thought the ending was anticlimactic. I thought the retribution wasn't satisfying at all. I thought it was just not scary, not suspenseful. I hate the original Hills of Ice. And the original Hills of Ice 2 sucks ass too. This fucking dog have a flashback point of view shot. What the fuck you were smoking, Wes Craven? It's like, hey, I gotta get paid. But this one, I like. I thought it was well directed by Alexander Aja. I thought the cast, I really like Aaron Stanford as Doug. The finale, this film, a lot of it is similar to the original until you get to the third act. And to me, the third act is why I love this film so much. The third act to this film is different from the original. Just the third act in this film, it's an action movie. It's an action revenge movie. It's like a Death Wish movie or it's a vigilante movie. Because Aaron Stanford, he's had enough. He wants to get his baby back. And he gets fucked up. He gets his fingers cut off. He pretends like he's sniveling and fucks this guy up. And the way the store builds, he puts a fucking flame through the fucker's neck, gets an axe, and it's like, oh, that's me, and I'm fucking axing a motherfucker in the head. Badass mutant who took my baby, I'm axing right in the head. And he's bloodied up, and he's beat up, and he's ready to kick some ass, kiss this fucker's ass, swings the fucking other end of the axe into the fucker's eyeball, beats the shit out of one, he gets his ass kicked, but I like the shot where his fingers cut off and his wedding ring is barely hanging on, and he gets back up, beats the shit out with the fucking shotgun, and the build up, I'm like, fuck yeah! I'm kicking mutant ass. I'm busting heads. I love the third act to this movie. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. The third act alone is why I love it. I'm done and I kicked some ass. Was not the love. But that's why it's number 31. Number 30, the Nightmare on Elm Street film I watched the most growing up, The Dream Master. I don't know if I put my intro at the beginning of this, but a lot of times if I have my intro, the music, that's from this film when Alice, Lisa Wilcox, is getting ready in front of the mirror, and she ends with fucking A. This is directed by Renny Harlin, fresh off of doing the movie Prison, which I enjoyed. I love this film, Renny. The only problem is that the Dream Warriors get killed too easily. That's kind of bullshit. But I like Lisa Wilcox. She's my favorite. Alice is my favorite character in the Elm Street series. Heather is a close second, but and then Kincaid, or maybe Kincaid then Heather. I don't know. But Lisa Wilcox is always my favorite because I could always relate to her because she's a daydreamer like I am. She lives a lot in her dreams and daydreams, and I love the way they did it. You know what they did? They stole this and put it in My Soul to Take a Shit on. Where, oh, this person died, so maybe this gets the power and you get the soul, whatever. Like, they stole it from this movie, and this movie does it better. My Soul to Take a Shit on. Take a shit on your face. This one, it's well directed. Renny Harlin, I think for the, if you hear about the backstory, especially on that great Never Sleep Again, that they were in a rush. They didn't have a lot of time. And Renny Harlin did the best that he could. I thought he did a pretty damn good job. I like Renny Harlin as a director. I love Cliffhanger. I like The Long Kiss Goodnight. I love Die Hard 2. I like a film called Mindhunters. That's another horror film. ICU. Shit, I didn't put that on there, but with Stallone. Because that was like a Stallone, closely, slasher movie. But, hey, maybe one day maybe I will do a 69. Maybe like another year or so. But Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4, I love the death scenes are inventive. I mean, hell, the girl being turned into a cockroach, it's kind of creepy. It's well done. Makeup effects, I think that was Screaming Mad George who did that. That was well directed. That Freddy had some good lines. How sweet. Fresh meat. I like the score by Craig Stefan. I believe he did the score. Love the songs like Anything, Anything, Anything with the nunchucks. Total 80s, which I love it to death. Love the ending where Alice kicks Freddy's ass. Just a lot of inventive stuff like her getting pulled into the screen in the movie theater. There's a lot of stuff I really enjoy in this film. This is one I watched the most as a kid and love it to this day. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. I know most will put part 3 above it, but I don't know. Part 4 just, out of all, part 3 is a close second, but part 4 just really speaks to me. And then what else? Number 29 would be, let's see if I get a good picture of this shit. Alien. Number 29 would be Alien. One more can I say about Alien that hasn't been said. Fucking classic. By the way, fuck you, Prometheus. Fuck you in your ass. Stick this whole thing up your ass. Fuck Prometheus. But Alien, yeah. By the way, this cool thing is an albino bald fuck. It's an albino bald fuck. See that thing? Sorry, now you know it's an albino bald fuck. Paint him blue, he's part of the Blue Man Group. Fucking stupid ass. But anyway, Alien, love it to death. What more can you say about Alien? It's well directed by Ridley Scott when, in my opinion, he was worth a shit. Because he hasn't made a movie in a long time that I thought was worth a shit. Probably, to be honest, the last for me was probably, Black Rain or something like that. Because I don't give a shit about Gladiator. I don't give a shit about Body of Lies. I don't give a shit about fucking all the other movies he did. Alien, Blade Runner, Black Rain, hell, even Legend. But yeah, Alien. There was a time where I said Blade Runner I thought was his best, but honestly, Alien is his best. I like Blade Runner a lot, but Alien is his best. It's his best film. Uh, I have nothing to say wrong about Alien. Alien's a classic. What more can I say? Alien speaks for itself. It really does speak for itself. I mean, nothing more I can say about it. It's fucking Alien. Then number 28. Okay. That way I can get a couple of these. Let's see. This one. And then shit, what was the hell of it? Oh yeah, I remember now. God, I'm looking here and I see there's some other stuff I forgot and I would like to put, so I could definitely find more for a 69 favorite, but fuck it, do 41. Like for instance, it's not on the list, but I also really enjoy Event Horizon. The Frighteners is a good one. Dead Alive. Dead Alive is a great zombie flick by Peter Jackson. I wish Peter Jackson would do shit like that again, but it won't happen because fuck. Exorcist 3. Love Exorcist 3. I think that's a great sequel. That's actually my favorite Exorcist film. So, but number 28 would be Dog Soldiers. Without a doubt, my favorite werewolf film. I like American Werewolf in London, okay. The Howling, to be honest, not so much. Good special effects, but that's the only thing I like about The Howling. I really enjoy Silver Bullet. That might be number 2. Stephen King's Silver Bullet. Really like Corey Haim and Gary Busey. This is my number 1 werewolf film. My all-time favorite, the best werewolf film, Dog Soldiers. Directed by Neil Marshall. It was crazy when I heard that fucking Jason Statham was going to be the star of this movie. Yeah, Jason Statham. But then he's like, well, I can do this, or I can do a John Carpenter film, Ghosts of Mars. And then he was going to be the star of that movie. They're like, sorry, Jason, you can't be the star. We got to give it to Ice Cube. And I'm like, I like Ghosts of Mars. I'd rather see Jason Statham than Ice Cube. Ice Cube didn't do bad, but if I had to pick, I'd rather have Jason Statham. I'm like, well, fuck, you know. I can't blame Jason Statham because think about it. If, okay, I'm going to do some werewolf film that could be a Sci-Fi Channel shit, and this was actually shown on Sci-Fi, or I'm going to make a film with John Carpenter. I can't blame him for choosing John Carpenter. I would have chosen John Carpenter, but looking back, I wish he would have done this film instead. But Kevin McKidd, who's the lead, did a really good job. But I just said, oh, if Jason Statham did this film, can you imagine? Holy shit. That would have been awesome. But I love this film. It's Jaws, Aliens, and Predator with a werewolf twist. I don't really get the Jaws reference, but I get the Aliens. I guess I get the Predator. I say Aliens and Predator with a werewolf twist. That's what it is. It's soldiers versus werewolves. Practical effects. Has a good sense of humor to it. Very fun movie. Very entertaining. I know at one time there's talk of a sequel. It never happened. Maybe that's for the better because The Descent Part 2 sucked ass. But I like the first film, The Descent. Dog Soldiers, I love. My favorite werewolf film. I want to review this someday. Hell, I want to re-review all these someday. Even if I reviewed it 3 times, I'll review it again. Who knows? Maybe that'll be October. Maybe October I'll redo my 69 favorite horror films, and I got 41 here, and I'll add more. Maybe that'll be it. Maybe I'll do my 69 favorite horror films for October. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe. Anyway, that's Dog Soldiers. Love it. Then number 27 would be Fright Night. Fuck the remake. But Fright Night, why does it not have a good DVD or Blu-ray? Oh, we got Blu-ray, you get a magnet. Great, I got a magnet my ass to the fucking wall. I can magnet my dick to my balls. Great, I got a magnet. Fuck am I do with a magnet? Okay? Yeah, people online, you can find the people behind this film doing audio commentaries for free that you can download and listen while watching the film. One with the director and the villains, Chris Sarandon and God, I forgot who played the other guy. And then one with the stars, William Ragsdale and Tom Holland and Stephen Jeffries. And there was talk on there that Roddy McDowall, him, like there was film on set, like a little diary, film diary on set. That could be on a DVD, a documentary. It's Fright Night. Without doubt, one of my favorite vampire films. Fright Night, awesome. And I like the sequel, Fright Night Part 2. But Fright Night, it's fun, it's funny, it's entertaining, it's badass. These effects work, they hold up. The Fright Night remake effects will not hold up with this shitty CGI. Here, the effects still hold up. And this is 1985. 1985 and the effects still hold up. These vampires still look badass. When Amanda Beers looks like that, still looks freaky as shit. When Stephen Jeffries is changing from wolf back to human, it still looks pretty damn good. When Ron McDowell and them are shooting that guy, and he keeps falling down, he keeps coming back. That's an effective scene. You got none of that in the remake. None of it. But Fright Night can't get a good DVD, can't get a good Blu-ray. It's bullshit. All of it. But anyway, the cast does a great job. I love Roddy McDowall. I'm so sad that he's no longer with us. It would have been great to get an interview with him about Fright Night. Fucking assholes. But he was fantastic as Peter Vincent, vampire killer. The real Peter Vincent, not the fucking guy from the remake. I don't give a fuck about Doctor Who. I don't give a shit. Exactly who? I don't even remember the guy's name. Don't give a fuck. I know someone's gonna write it down. I don't give a fuck. But the original, it's entertaining. Charlie Brewster was not an asshole. William Ragsdale was not an asshole. That's Charlie Brewster. He was very likable. You could relate to him. He was a guy who watched horror movies. And there's a vampire next door, and he's wondering what the hell he's going to do. Goes to the cops. Of course, they don't believe him. Trying to take this girl. The girl, Amanda Beers, looks like a normal girl. There's nothing wrong with that. They don't have to be fucking CW shit 24/7. You don't watch porn for that. But, you know, normal girl. Well, you don't watch normal girls as well, but that doesn't matter. Imogen Poots, whatever the fuck her name is. Sounds like a made up name. But Friday Night, what more can I say about Friday Night? It's a fucking classic. Number 26, my favorite vampire film, From Dusk Till Dawn. First half, you think it's just okay, these guys rob a bank and it's that kind of movie. Then it turns into a vampire movie. And you have Tom Savini, you have Fred Williamson, George Clooney, my favorite role the guy's been. My favorite George Clooney film. My favorite George Clooney. What pisses me off is that overseas on Blu-ray, there's an interview with George Clooney, but nope, you cannot get it because it won't play in the U.S. Blu-ray, and it's not on the features. It was like a new Blu-ray for From Dusk Till Dawn. There's a new, I think, pretty in-depth interview with George Clooney. No, I can't see it. Because it's overseas on Blu-ray. Like in Germany or something. I mean, this still has a lot of features, but I want to see that new interview. I want to hear his thoughts on the film. Obviously, he did an interview. Must be something. I would like to hear his thoughts. I like George Clooney. This is definitely his best role, though. His best film. Entertaining. Well written by Quentin Tarantino. My favorite Robert Rodriguez film. I think it's the best film he's done. Yeah, some good gore. Yeah, some very fun moments. I mean, hell, the George Clooney getting that damn jackhammer and making it into a fucking stake on the end of it. Harvey Keitel getting that shotgun that puts into a cross. Which is really memorable. I know the original idea you had Rhodes from the original Day of the Dead, that guy, he was going to be a lead, and I think the guy who directed Wishmaster was going to direct it. There's actually a teaser trailer with Hell's Bells in it that you can see on YouTube. But I'm glad the cast works well, the score works well, the action is very fun. But yes, it's people trapped in a bar, kind of like Feast. People trapped in a bar, only you got vampires, and the dialogue is great. Are you a mean motherfucking servant of God? And I love this movie. I love the way it ends. I actually don't mind the sequel. For a low budget direct to DVD film, I've seen a lot worse. But this is definitely the best From Dusk Till Dawn. My favorite vampire film. Love From Dusk Till Dawn. Let's see. Okay. I'm just looking. Okay. That way I can grab a couple more. And whoops, wrong. Actually, would that be there or there? Yeah, it'd be there. And then and there. All right. Let's see, number 25. The original April Fool's Day with the shitty cover. It's like, hey, I pulled my dick out and I came over it. I came over everything. Ah! This is much better. I wish Stream Factory would get a hold of this. Because My Bloody Valentine has a good DVD. Why not April Fool's Day? I did this thing with the Sausage Factory. I know some people don't like this film. That's fine. But some of them do. But I love this film. I would say it's my favorite slasher film because it's, to me, one of the more unique ones. It goes to show you don't need blood and guts. To me, this had all the stuff that you needed. I think it had an interesting story. You had a great cast. Amy Steele, I say it again, she's still one of my favorite female horror stars. Love Amy Steele. Love her in Friday the 13th Part 2. Love her in this film. You have Clayton Rohner. Oh god, why do I always forget his name? From Back to the Future. Biff from Back to the Future. Fuck. And it's not in the back. God damn it. Thomas F. Wilson? Was that his name? Biff from Back to the Future. Clayton Rohner. Amy Steele. Great cast. Likeable cast. I like these people. I can relate to these people. I think you have some fun dialogue. Hello, welcome to the lifestyles of the rich and undeserving. Oh, hey, buddy, your Twinkies hanging out. Love the dialogue. I absolutely adore the score, which thanks to my good friend Mike, I now have the score. Love the score by Charles Bernstein, who did the score from the original Nightmare on Elm Street. Love the setting of the island, that Muffy has brought these people, her friends, to this island for this getaway. And I adore the ending. I know people got pissed, but hey, it's the title. It's called April Fool's Day. You know, look at the title. You look at the title, you should know what the ending is now. I thought it was ingenious that with all these slasher films, they did something different. They did something outside the bar, and they got punished for it. They got punished because they got a lot of shit for it. Even to this day, they still get some shit for it. And I love it. I love the ending. It was ingenious. I thought it worked out well. It was a great reveal. And it was a lot of fun. And I can still watch it because the mystery behind it, I thought, yeah, maybe it's because of the score, the way it's shot. Fred Walton, I think, does a good job. He also did the original When a Stranger Calls, which I like. I think he's a capable director. Love the score, love the actors. I think that's the other thing. I really enjoy these actors, so when you find out, I'm like, oh, yeah. Love the use of songs like Mama Told Me Not to Come and You So Crazy, oh, you're nutty as hell. But yeah, I love this film. I thought it was great cast, likable characters, creepy score. I thought it had some nice, creepy atmospheric moments. A mystery that I thought was actually kind of intriguing to me, and an awesome ending. So that's why I love the film to death. I love it. Number 24. Let's see if I can remember where I put that. Oh, I put it away like a dumbass. Duh. Why the hell did I put that away? Shit. Duh. I put it away like a dumbass. The dumbass. Why the fuck did I put that away? I did it again. Duh. Damn, that's not what I could put on there too. But Shocker. Yes, I love Shocker that much. I don't give a fuck. Number 24 for me is Shocker. Why? 'Cause it's Horace Pinter, and that's the way it is. It should end it like that, but I love Mitch Pileggi as Horace Pinter. I like Peter Berg. Again, it's nice to sometimes see a male lead in a horror film. People have made fun of his acting. I thought the scene alone with him when he finds out that his girlfriend is dead and finds her body in the bathtub, I thought that was some good emotion. I love the soundtrack. I like rock and roll music. No more, Mr. Nice Guy. And Shocker, Shocker, we will have the power. We will have the power. Once again, my soul to take a shit stole shit from Shocker, and Shocker did it better. It knows there's obviously a fun tone to it when he's doing this to the gods or whatever, and it's fucking Mick Jagger's lips coming out saying "You got it, dude," or whatever the hell he says. It looks like Mick Jagger's lips, like a fucking Rolling Stone cover, and it's one of the like Peter Berg. He's in one of these chairs, but it's like an electrical that you plug in, and so the thing comes alive and grabs him. You have the scene with the little girl keeps cussing at him and drives like a fucking bulldozer at Peter Berg. It's fun. I love the ending where they go through the TV. Well, the effects aren't the greatest. Well, you know what? The effects today, they're not the greatest either. Or they spend $250 million. Neither is John Carter. I don't give a fuck about the effects in John Carter. The movie is forgettable. It could be the best effects in the world. But that doesn't save a movie. I can deal with these effects. I don't give a fuck about the effects. I gave a fuck about Peter Berg, Horace Pinter's, Mitch Pileggi. It was nice because I'm a big fan of the X-Files, so it's weird to see that contrast of he's very calm as Skinner in the X-Files, and see him here is like, I would love an interview with this guy, his thoughts on Horace Pinter. I'll say right here, it's my favorite Wes Craven film because it's fun. Nightmare on Elm Street is a classic, but everyone talks about Nightmare on Elm Street. That's why I like being different. I love being different. Okay, I'm a legend in my own mind. I like that. And I love Shocker, because no one else will put that number one. But I think it's fun. It's entertaining. It's kick-ass. And that's the way it is. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. I love Horace Finger looking good. Number 23 would be Jaws. When I used to work at the video store, you can only play PG movies. This is one of the films I would play repeatedly, because this is one of those films I can watch repeatedly. Jaws is a classic. I mean, what more can I say about Jaws? The cast. I know there's a guy on here who loves Jaws 4 more than Jaws 1. We agree to disagree. I think Jaws is the best shark movie. I actually really like Deep Blue Sea, which is another one I forgot to put on the fucking list. And yeah, I remember that from my 69 favorite horror. But I enjoy Deep Blue Sea. Yeah, the CGI is not the best nowadays, but I love Deep Blue Sea. Thomas Jane's badass. Sam Jackson. This fucking shark ate me. But Jaws is the best shark film ever made. And Roy Scheider, Robert Shaw, Richard Dreyfuss. Show me the way to go home. I'm tired and I want to go to bed. And I had a little drink about an hour ago, and it's gone right to my head. And real enough, it is almost an hour ago since I did this video. Whenever I may roam, on land or sea or foam. This is just a rewatch. This is one of those films I could rewatch over and over again. Great cast, wonderful storytelling. The fact that this film has so much trouble being made, and look what came out of it. Amazing. And you didn't need to see the shark. And I think the shark looks fine. People say the shark looks like shit. No. Sci-Fi Channel sharks look like shit. This, to me, does not look like shit. I don't get that. I will never understand the argument. Whatever. But Jaws is a classic. What more can I say? Now, where the fuck did I put that? Oh. Number 23. No, number 22 would be Arachnophobia. Yeah, I know this is the DVD that doesn't have a spider on it, but if you buy the Blu-ray, I'm not buying a Blu-ray just so that I can have a cover with the spider on it when it has the same little teeny tiny featurette from back in the day that's pretty much useless. This film was a hit. Why doesn't it have a good DVD? Then what the fuck was the deal of not having the spider on there? It looks like it's about the moon. Arachnophobia about the moon. The moon is gonna fuck you up. It's a spider moon. Fucking Apollo 18 again. Rocks who are spiders and on the moon. I love Arachnophobia though. I think it's a great horror comedy. I'm not calling it a thrillomedy. It's a stupid term, thrillomedy. It's like we can't say horror. Just say horror comedy. This freaked me out on spiders forever. I think this is a film that made me freaked out about spiders. Using real practical spiders, it's much more effective. It's creepy. Jeff Daniels is my favorite film with Jeff Daniels in it. John Goodman's a lot of fun as the exterminator. Rock and roll. I love the ending where Jeff Daniels is in his basement in his wine cellar, facing off against the sort of the teen queens of spiders. You know, get a little miniature sort of flamethrower and going through his wine cellar. I think it's a great battle. It's fun, it's funny, it's entertaining. Great fucking movie, Arachnophobia. And use of practical spiders. Because nowadays they use that shit. It's like, wow, how do they do that? That'd be nice to hear on a fucking documentary, but no, can't have that. Number 21 would be Prince of Darkness, which I know now that Scream Factory is coming out with a Blu-ray DVD of this, which I really look forward to because I love Prince of Darkness. And I hear they got an interview with Alice Cooper, which is interesting. I love Prince of Darkness. I think this is... It's not my favorite John Carpenter film. That will be way down the list, but it's pretty damn... It might be his most atmospheric film, to me. Granted, the plot is still confusing the shit out of me. Because I don't... Okay, the green liquid. Is it Satan or is it the Antichrist? Or is the green liquid Satan? And then the one in the mirror Satan's dad? Called Anti-God? Or is the green liquid the Antichrist? And the figure behind the mirror Satan? I can never figure that out. I'm sure they tell in the movie, but that was always something that confused me. So is the green liquid the Antichrist or is it Satan? And then, is it anti-God or is it Satan? Like, is it Satan and anti-God or is it Antichrist and Satan? But anyway, I really enjoy the cast. I really like, what's this guy? Jameson Parker, who is the lead. I thought he did a really good job. Victor Wan, Dennis Dunn from Big Trouble in Little China. It's great to see him in this film. Donald Pleasence is wonderful. I love the thick atmosphere this film has. It just has a thick atmosphere to it. Maybe it says on the back what it is. Oh yeah, it says, yep. Oh shit. I just answered my own question on the back of this DVD. The foul substance it holds is actually the concentrated essence of Satan, entombed by his father, an anti-God. That's an interesting idea that Satan would have a father. Anti-God. Because you only think of Satan and the Antichrist, but an anti-God? I don't know why, that's just an interesting idea. I think one of my friends mentioned that if this kind of like if Lucio Fulci did a movie, you know, kind of like The Beyond in those films, it's a film that kind of confusing, it has a rich atmosphere to it. Alice Cooper was creepy. The ending is, I think, is perfect. And I love the score. I adore the score to this. The score to this film is fucking fantastic. I love the score to this movie. I love the score to one of the most atmospheric, creepiest scores I've ever heard. And I love the ending with Jameson Parker ready to touch the mirror. Boom, but then cuts away. And you're like, oh shit, what? I like that. Carpenter knows how to handle those endings. He really does. The Thing, In the Mouth of Madness, this film, he knows how to handle those endings. Except The Ward. I don't like The Ward, but I love Prince of Darkness. I look forward to Scream Factory, what they do with this. Because I love the film. Okay. Okay, let me get those. Okay. That's there. And then that's there. And then that's there. Alright. So coming at God, an hour and 11 minutes. Holy shit. Number 20. I'm only halfway through. Fuck, I gotta go a little faster than this. Number 20 would be Waxwork 2. I love Waxwork. I mean, I was going to put Waxwork 1 and 2. But if I had to pick which one I like more, I put Waxwork 2, Lost in Time. I love the original Waxwork, don't get me wrong, but Waxwork 2 is the one I watched more when I was a kid. That's the one that appeals to me a little bit more. You know, it's God's Nintendo game. You have Zad Galligan, small roles by Bruce Campbell, Alexander Grunoff from Die Hard, who's no longer with us. I just love certain stuff, the fact that they go from time period to time period. So you have the Frankenstein time period where Frankenstein like crushes a guy's brain out of his head and eyeballs out of his sockets. Then the woman goes to an alien type of scenario, and you know, at the end, when I say one of the great memorable sword fights in history, because just the way it was done, where to me this is imaginative. Cabin in the Woods. Zach Galligan and Rudolph have a sword fight. They're going through all these time periods, so they go in one that's Dawn of the Dead. Zombies in a mall. I saw that before I saw the real Dawn of the Dead. I'm like, zombies in a mall? That's a good idea. Oh shit, that's what it was. I saw this years and years before I saw Dawn of the Dead. I even knew of Dawn of the Dead. Then they go into one where it's fucking Godzilla. Then they go into one where it's there's Jack the Ripper. And Zad Galligan fucks up Jack the Ripper and knocks his ass into Nosferatu black and white territory, where you have a little cameo by Drew Barrymore, really enough. And then fucking Nosferatu takes care of Jack the Ripper. And then they go into one where it's, you know, Jekyll and Hyde, and Jekyll and Hyde's looking at this and looking at the shit like, what the fuck am I drinking? Like, is this what this shit's doing to me? That made it interesting for a low budget film. I thought it had some funny parts. I like the bit where Zad Galligan is in sort of a take on The Haunting. Bruce Campbell, I thought he was good in this scene where he's stripped as just his rib cage, but he's still alive. The whole film is tongue in cheek, and he keeps spilling shit on Bruce Campbell's rib cage. Oh, wait, you get that out. So I had a lot of fun with Waxwork too. I really do. Number 19. I love both of these films, but if I had to pick, I pick Watchers 2 because I love Mark Singer. I mean, this is nowadays people will look at this and go, "Man, it's just your typical creature feature monster movie." But I saw this when it came out in 1990, so I saw this when I was 7, 8 years old. So nowadays people say it's typical. Well, it was one of the early monster creature feature flicks that I saw. So I'm like, oh, Mark Singer, he's badass. And I always like the story about how this dog and this creature had this bond, and one could follow the other, and you have a Einstein, the dog who's smarter than any other dog, maybe as smart as a human. I like Tracy Scoggins in the film. Mark Senior, this is my favorite film of his, my favorite role of his. He's a real REMF. REMF? Rear Echelon, motherfucker. It's directed by the same guy who did The Terror Within, and they used the same creature in The Terror Within. So yeah, it's low budget, but to me, this is the kind of monster movies I grew up with and miss. It was straightforward. I like Mark Singer. I like Tracy Scoggins. I like the dog. I like the score of the film. I read the Dean Koontz novel Watchers, and I fucking hated it because I thought it was boring as shit. Because I watched these movies first, and I'm reading the novel. I'm like, fuck this novel. I read to the end of the novel and said, fuck this. Fuck this bullshit. Rick Conrad, I like the score he did. Actually, on my other channel, not only in the link below, but on that channel, if you type in Watchers 2, I actually throw a couple clips on that channel as well. Because I enjoy the film. This was a monster movie I grew up with, and I enjoy. Guys, some of these I want to watch with my friends Mike or Effrey or both. Like, watch Watchers 2 together and stuff. Maybe we'll do that sometime. Number 18 would be The Blair Witch Project. I'm not going to say much because if you look at my channel, I did like an hour-long review on why I love The Blair Witch Project. Yeah. Didn't mean for it to be that long, just like this being that long, but fuck it. Number 17, which I know a lot of people don't like. Whatever. This is Stephen Sommers' best film. Deep Rising. I love this film. I don't give a fuck. I think some of the CGI is actually not that bad. I think the action scenes are entertaining. I love the idea. It's a monster movie on this big ship, and they had a budget behind it. And the action scenes are pretty well done. I think some of the CGI is actually pretty damn good. Treat Williams is very fun as the hero. He's very fun. I wish he would have gotten more roles like this, Treat Williams. He's good in the Substitute sequels as well that went direct to video. But I wish Treat Williams got more stuff like this because he was really good as the hero. He was very fun. He was likable. He was charming. Like the bad guys have these badass machine guns that they fuck up these creatures with. You have Famke Johnson, who would be an X-Men. This is a creature designed by Rob Bottin. That's cool. He did the creature design. I love when they get on the... God, what the hell do you call these things? Shit. I know the name. It's on the tip of my head. No. Shit. Damn it. It just fell out of my head now. I'm sure someone will say it, but I forgot the fucking name for it now. But when they're being chased around by the creatures, and I like that before. He's like, what are you looking at? Gets a shotgun, blows the fucker's eyeball away. This is a fun, entertaining film. It's fast-paced. It's fun. It's action-packed. I don't really see why they hate for this film. It didn't do well. That's why there's nothing on the fucking DVD. But I think this is an entertaining film. I have a lot of fun with Deep Rising. Stephen Sommers' best film. Number 16, another film that gets a lot of hate, but I love The Relic. Love The Relic. Yeah, it's those monster movies I miss. I miss these kind of monster movies. It was based on a novel. I don't give a fuck about the novel. It's directed by Peter Hyams, who I like as a director. Tom Sizemore, he wasn't coked up, so he did a really good job. I think it's his best role and his best movie. Penelope Ann Miller, I would have preferred if they got Mira Sorvino from Mimic, but she's serviceable. Stan Winston had a hand in the creatures and the creature effects. So you get some CGI, but you also get some practical, which I like the melding of the two. I love the idea. It's a monster movie in a museum. I love the way it was shot. I think Peter Hyams is a very capable director. I love the effects by Stan Winston. I think Linda Hunt, James Whitmore, they do good in the supporting roles. Clayton Rohner, it was nice to see him in this film. Tom Sizemore, I like his character. That he's superstitious, and I thought it was really a fun bit for his character. Thought the score was well done. I really enjoyed the film, the Relic. I think it's an entertaining film, very fun film. Hell, even Siskel and Ebert gave it 2 thumbs up, which I was surprised as shit about. I think I used to have the Blu-ray. I don't know what the fuck happened to it though. I know I had a Commodore PRIs, which wasn't much. It did. I wish I had like a documentary on the film, but it really didn't. It was just I think an interview with Peter Hines just talking about filmmaking, not really about the Relic. And the Relic didn't do well, unfortunately. Of course, I think they released it in fucking January, which I'm like, that's a great idea, releasing in January. But I love the Relic. Love it. My kind of monster movie. Kind of monster movie I grew up with. Number 15 would be shit, there's no picture I can show, so I guess I'll show this. Tremors 2 Aftershocks. I have the first one on this list, but it's further down the list. But Tremors 2 Aftershocks, I'm a big Tremors fan. Tremors 3, Tremors 4 sucks. Tremors is TV series, But Tremors 2 Aftershocks, I think, is a very worthy sequel. I did a review for Tremors 2 Aftershocks. It's still on the channel if you want to check it out. I think most of these I did reviews, so you can check out my channel to see further thoughts on it. But Tremors 2 Aftershocks, it was a direct-to-video sequel. I think it could have just as well gone to theaters. The effects are really good. I like the idea that they change into these smaller creatures, but they can sense infrared. Fred Ward, I think, did a really good job. It was nice to see him back. Christopher Garden, who's his new partner, he did fine. Michael Gross, Helen Shaver, they were doing the supporting roles. That was pretty funny at times. I mean, I'm not going to go in depth because I did in that review, but Tremors 2 Aftershocks, I think, is a worthy sequel. It's a fun sequel. It's an entertaining film. I think if you like Tremors, you should like Tremors 2. At least, that's just me. Let's see. First, okay. I'm just looking to see. D. Alright. Where the hell is that? F. F. Fuck! No, it's over here. No, it's not. Where the fuck is it? Wait a minute. Where the fuck is it? It should be right there. Is it F? Fuck. Where the hell is that? Well, let me get this then. Oh, that is. What the hell is that? Shit. Oh, yeah, I put it over here. Whoops. Duh. Now I remember where I put it. Fuck. Duh. And then where is that? That's there. Alright. I remember where I put it now. So, number 14 would be The First Power with Lou Diamond Phillips, LDP for life. Once again, I did a review for this film, and I love this film. I love Lou Diamond Phillips in the flick. I love the guy who plays the bad guy, Jeff Kober. See you around, buddy boy. And you can't keep killing forever. Wanna bet? He has a perfect voice for a bad guy. Excellent voice. Awesome villain. LDP, I love Lou Diamond Phillips. You know that movie Fallen with Denzel Washington? That film, to me, sucks. And it stole this movie. You watch Fallen with Denzel Washington, it is exactly this movie, only this movie did it before Fallen. Serial killer gets killed, then he can pass his spirit from one person to another. But this is done miles better. Robert Reznikov, I wish he would do more movies because I think he did an excellent job with this film. Again, I reviewed this film, and again, if you want to see the trailer, go to that link down below on that video. Again, Lou Diamond Phillips is a cop, gets this killer gets electrocuted, but then he comes back. It's easy to say, it kind of reminds you of Shocker as well, which did before this in a lot of the films, but to me, this was entertaining. I like the way it was shot, using sort of the real, kind of like if it was a, how do I put it? It was well directed. It was well shot, is what I'm looking at. It was well shot. Wasn't too fancy. It had interesting set pieces. For instance, this guy jumps off a building, and you see in one shot he goes all the way down, lands, and keeps running. I'm like, how the hell did they do that? Lou Diamond is talking to what he thinks is a priest, and all of a sudden Jeff Kober's like, "How's his stomach, buddy boy?" and throws a knife like right next to his head. You have a scene where, like, humongous car flip. You have a scene where Jeff Kober has this creepy as hell mask and takes a fucking ceiling fan, starts it up like a chainsaw, and chases after Lou Diamond Phillips and this girl with the fucking ceiling fan. And I thought it was well done. I'm like, wow, that's inventive. I love set pieces like when Lou Diamond Phillips and the girl are going through these sewer tunnels and they're sliding in the water. Doesn't sound like much, but the way it's handled, I thought was well done. I just really enjoy the first Power. Again, I reviewed the film, and I'm trying to go as quickly as I can because it'll be 2 hours. But the first Power I really enjoy. I love the first Power. Number 13, Split Second. Love Split Second. This is a DVD-R. Because if you want the actual DVD, you gotta pay a shitload of money. And to be honest, even the official DVD is full screen. There's no features. I don't think the picture quality is that much better. And this film, it's not action-packed. It's not action-packed. But the reason I love this film is I love Rutger Hauer. I love his partner, Neil Duncan, as Detective Dick Durkin, who at the beginning, he's pretty much like a pencil pusher. But as the film goes on, he becomes more and more like Rutger Hauer. He's like, we need big fucking guns. What the hell is he on? Chocolate. Too fucking small. If you've seen the film, you know what I mean. I love Rutger Hauer. His character is pretty much primed on chocolate and coffee and donuts. You have a past that happened with him in this creature. You have Kim Cattrall. You see a little bit of Kim Cattrall nipple action, which is always nice. This creature, to me, this creature is more Venom than fucking Venom in Spider-Man 3. I like the look of this creature. That could have been fucking Prometheus, or that could have been Venom. See, that's if Venom was in the 80s, 90s. That's what Venom would have looked like, was this creature. Which I'm probably pimping it up much more than people would think. But really? It's not action-packed. You don't have huge action set pieces. You're not. But I like the characters. I like Rutger Hauer and Neil Duncan together. I like the look of the creature. You see some gory aftermaths of people's hearts that were ripped out. You get little bits of action, which I enjoyed. You have an ending, which it seems like, from what I understand, there was a director, but then something happened, and then someone came in for the third act. So I wonder, what was the deal? Was something else planned? I mean, I like the ending. I like the way it ends. I like the stuff that happens, but I think people expected more of a spectacle. But maybe it had problems in production, which is too bad. But there's another one I wish Scream Factory would get a hold on. I know the United Come with Peace. Please get this on Blu-ray. Is there an actual? Even it says widescreen, but it doesn't even look widescreen. It's widescreen. It's like, but it doesn't look widescreen. It still looks like full screen, even though it says widescreen. But I love the way the film is shot. Well, the way the location where everything's wet and rainy and everything's like ready to flood. You have Michael J. Polo and Pete Postlethwaite in tiny supporting roles. And I just really like the relationship between these two guys. Love Rutger Hauer's performance. I really enjoy the score. I think is this the same guy who directed The Burning? Tony Maylam? I think so. The guy who directed The Burning directed this. I believe so. I could be wrong. But yeah, I enjoy Split Second. I always will. Number 12, Dawn of the Dead, my favorite zombie film. What can I say about Dawn of the Dead that hasn't been said? Ken Foree's badass. When I was a kid, I would watch this, and then when Ken Furry's ready to kill himself, I'm like, fuck this, fuck that, fuck. And then when he's shooting them, and you have that cowboy type of music, like, I'm like, yeah, I was jumping on my bed. And this is like a comic book movie come to life. It's four people hold themselves up in a mall. You have zombies, a lot of zombie action. But it has a good plot to it, has a good story to it, has great dialogue, very likable characters. I stuck with it from beginning to the end, was never bored, has some good, deeper themes and meanings. Love the score. Dun, 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 dun. And I like the humor in the film. This is, to me, an epic horror film. That they did not have $200 million World War Z. Fuck World War Z. You want to see World War Z? Watch this movie. Fuck World War Z. Because that's what you're doing. Fucking sleepwalking out of the theater. Put this back in theater. I'll watch that shit. But Dawn of the Dead, love it. Great set too. This Ultimate Edition. They did such a great job with this. It's Dawn of the Dead. Let's see. G-H. Okay. G-H. This way I'll at least put some of these back. G and H. Okay. I know one more I can get. I know, folks, I'm getting there to the end. If you're still watching, God bless you for still watching. Slowly but steady, getting there. Just putting some back so that it doesn't take me 5 hours to put this back. Let's see. What can I say? There's a lot of other movies that were put on this list. That if I made a longer list, like Pumpkinhead is a good one. Pumpkinhead is a great one, actually. God, I had some. Seven, that's a good film. Frailty, I like Frailty. Let's see. Like I was saying, ICU with Sylvester Stallone, it has problems with its editing, but even though it has problems with its editing, I think it does a lot of stuff right. I think it has Stallone's, without a doubt, his most underrated performance. The Tunnel, which I saw recently, I really enjoyed The Tunnel. I was really surprised by that film. Frozen, I think it's Adam Green's best film, to be honest. Much better than Hatchet. Shit. There we go. That was great. Almost tripped and fell on my ass. But you guys didn't see that. So anyway, number 11. Monster movie that I grew up watching. Stephen King's Graveyard Shift. Love this film. I grew up with this film. I enjoy the cast. I love the idea. People were blue-collar people working at this cotton mill. There's a creature deep down under, not Australia, but deep down under, that picking people off one by one. I like the look of the film. I love the way the film opens up with that creepy score, like that choir music, like, ah. Brad Dourif is fantastic as the Rat Exterminator. I almost wish he was the lead guy and the hero. He does a bang-on job. Stephen Mott is the bad guy. I always have fun with some of his dialogue, like, bravo, bravo, won't get you on Star Search. It is a very fun performance that he gives. The lead guy, he doesn't have much emotion, but I actually liked him. I liked him. I thought he didn't have much to say, but I thought he had a pretty decent presence to him. I actually liked the lead guy. He's definitely grown on me. I like him. He has a sort of strong, silent type, and I thought he worked that well. I like the score. I always wish I could find the score to this film, if it existed. I love the score to this movie. I think the director did a fine job. Ralph S. Singleton. I don't think he ever worked again. And the short story wasn't much. It was what? About rats and shit? And here, you have this nice, good-looking, great practical creature that was a mix between a rat and a bat, but it's more like a bat-like creature. I love it. It grabs someone. You see it, the wing pressed against the person's face, and he's doing trying to scream out. I like this moment where you actually have Andrew Devoff, the Wishmaster himself. Before that, gets his lighter, and the way the store, that choir music pops up, and he turns, and there's the creature right in front of his face. I'm sure most people would see this and go, well, what's the big deal? But again, this is like Watchers 2 and those movies where this is one of the early monster movies. People are like, what monster movies did you grow up with? I grew up with monster movies like Graveyard Shift. And I still enjoy it to this day. It's a big part of my childhood. At least horror film wise, monster movie wise. These were the kind where you had like blue collar people or badass people or just regular folks in a regular setting. And I don't know, just the look of the films and it wasn't HD quality, crystal clear, which I think kind of ruins a little bit of the film. A lot of times, I don't think films always have to be so crystal clear quality. Like HD, I think it kind of makes it maybe a little bit too fake. Loses some of its substance, reality. I don't know. But I think I did a review for this film as well. It's on the channel. But I always enjoyed Graveyard Shift. Always will. Definitely a film I grew up with. Love the creature. It's the Graveyard Shift. Number 10, The Hitcher. This is the DVD from overseas that has the features. Has a commentary track. Well, 2 commentary tracks. Has a documentary that's about 39 minutes. Some short movies. When you watch this and you watch the remake, to me it just shows how filmmaking has gone downhill. The remake is total bullshit. I'm sorry. If you like the remake, be my guest. But that remake totally missed the point of what The Hitcher was The Hitcher. It totally missed the point. And the people in the making of, like, even the behind the scenes, I remember watching that on that DVD when I watched that remake. It's like, you guys don't even get what the fuck The Hitcher is and what made it great. The shit that you're saying, the shit that you're speaking out of your ass. Well, it's their opinion, but to me, they don't get what the hell made this a classic. The people who did the remake completely missed the point. They completely missed the point. They didn't miss it by a football field. They missed it to the fucking stratosphere. They went to Uranus. They went to fucking the Venus. They went to fucking across the universe. They went to where fucking Star Trek 5 went with the god shit. They went to the middle of the fucking woods and took a piss on their leg in the wind with their mouth open. They just didn't know what the fuck they were doing. Here, though, Rutger Hauer is fantastic. C. Thomas Howell is great. This actually has a deeper meaning to it. It has a deeper theme to it. It has pathos. It has substance. It has a soul to it. This relationship between these two guys. And the mystery of the Hitcher. Is he teaching Jim Halsey how to be a man? What is the Hitcher? What you did in the remake? Fucking 9 Inch Nails songs. Saying that they want to fuck you like an animal. And a titty girl with as tight as sure as she can, so when you go down, see her fucking hoof or cliff or whatever the fuck's underneath those fucking pants. Camel toe shit. Trying to be bad, trying to wield a shotgun. Getting this cop killed at the end. And trying to defeat the purpose. Most of it's just 2 people against 1. A lot of it's 1 against 1. And then you get Jennifer Jason Leigh, and then it's like, oh shit. And then, again, the fact that it was a guy versus a guy. Because usually, you have a killer terrorizing a girl. Throw a quarter at a slasher movie, you'll see that. But this guy's chasing this guy, it made it a little bit different. And instead of just your typical, it is a psycho chasing a girl, how many times have I seen that before? This made it a little bit different, though. And the writing, the directing, the score. The reason I mention score a lot is they can be an important part of a movie. I think I did a review of The Hitcher. If not, I'll definitely do one again. It shows pathos. I think I did a rant on the remake as well. At least I'm pretty sure I did. So you type in The Hitcher and see. Remake just completely missed the point. This one is a classic. That's why it's number 10. Number 9, Maximum Overdrive. Love this film to death. Emilio Estevez. Bazookas. AC/DC music from beginning to end. The Green Goblin truck. Adios, motherfucker. Killer lawnmowers. Killer vending machines. Honey, this machine called me an asshole. What the fuck's up? People get hit, they go splat. There it is. Are you dead? The most badass scene of pumping gas you'll ever see in the movie because it's hell bells and the hearing in the background. A guy's trying to play a video game, he gets the shit electrocuted out of him. The truck stop guy has an arsenal of weapons, including bazookas, in his basement. I love this fucking movie. Number 8. Ah, shit. Number 8 is Predator 2. Love Predator 2. It's an underrated sequel. I did a review of Predator 2. You guys can check it out. I love Predator 2. Predator 2. I don't understand the hatred it gets. I don't understand the hate. Before someone goes, oh, that's a horror movie. It's a horror action movie. It's a fucking alien that skins people and leaves their bloody bodies behind. An alien skinning people. If that's not horror, I don't know what the fuck is. So, get off my ass. But Predator 2, highly underrated, extremely fast-paced, very entertaining. Danny Glover's a badass. I don't understand why people shit on Danny Glover. I think he kicked ass. Hell, he did better than Arnold. If you think about it. The Predator and Predator 2 kicks ass. Great cast. Very fun action. Excellent ending. The battle between Danny Glover and the Predator is fucking fantastic. Yeah, that little nod to Aliens where it's one of the skulls, one of the trophies for the Predator. Which that probably helped kickstart the Alien vs. Predator comic books and the movies. But Predator 2 is badass, it's kick-ass, it's fun, it's entertaining, it's never boring. The lions, the tigers, the bears, oh my, you're the lion, and this is his jungle. Gary Busey's badass. Danny Glover just kicks a lot of his, hey asshole! You move, pussy face. Oh, come on, you're cutting off my dick and shoving it up my ass. I love Predator 2, love it to death. Number 7, Predator with Arnold. Classic. Film I have to rewatch over and over again. This bullshit, all of it. Kevin Minister, guys, do your dirty work. Stick around. Mac! What's the matter, Dylan? CIA style, you pushing too many pencils? Take it easy on yourself, Dutch. What's up with this fucking tie business? That movie I could watch over and over again. Insanely rewatchable, fun, badass. John McTiernan, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Carl Weathers, Jesse Ventura, Shane Black, Bill Duke. Fucking great score by Alan Silvestri. Just a lot of awesomeness. Great design by Stan Winston on the Predator. Kevin Peter Hall did a great job as the Predator in Part 1 and Part 2. Greatly missed. Predator is just a great action movie. And I put it in horror because, again, it's an alien skinning people. He wasn't killed. He was skinned alive, as Ara would say. I love Predator to death. Love to death. Then number 6 would be fucking awesome sequel. Aliens. This time it's war. Oh, it's not a horror movie. Well, you know what? I saw a fucking alien pop out of someone's chest. That's not horror. I don't know what the fuck is. But I love Aliens. I love it to death. Fuck Alien 3 for fucking everything up. Oh yeah, Hicks is dead. Newt is dead. Bishop's fucked. Ripley's a slut. Fuck Alien 3! Worst fucking sequel of all time. Fucking bullshit. I will argue that if the cows come home that Alien 3 is a good movie. I'm sorry. If you like it, that's fine. But I don't see a goddamn thing on why they went that route. Especially then you have Alien Resurrection. And you have fucking all this bullshit. Fucking bullshit. Should just ended with aliens. This is just... What more can you say about aliens? Sigourney Weaver as Ripley. Carrie Henn as Newt. Michael Biehn as Hicks. Bill Paxton as Hudson. Just that Vasquez, yeah, all these great characters. Rip Roy's pulse-pounding action, excellent score by James Horner. Love that movie to death. Aliens is... This is when James Cameron was James Cameron, not fucking Jimmy Cammy, who says in interviews, "Oh, I wish I did the Alien Queen CGI." What is wrong with that? Jimmy Cammy? Oh, I want to do the Alien Queen CGI if I could do it nowadays. Fuck you. I know that's harsh, but fuck you. Bullshit. Do this CGI. Oh, I do that CGI now. Bullshit, what's wrong with it? Nothing! That's what I don't get about fucking people today. It's like Peter Jackson, James Cameron, you stuck in the CGI land. Or if anything's practical, it's like fucking Kryptonite to Superman. God damn it, this is not bad! Fucking god damn it. Sorry. But Aliens is classic. Classic shit. Number 5, Jacob's Ladder. Shitty cover, but not much of a Blu-ray either, but kind of wish I just kept my DVD, but it does have the features from the DVD, but Jacob's Ladder, if you want to know where Silent Hill came from, watch Jacob's Ladder, because that's where Silent Hill came from. This film affected me emotionally when I first saw it. It still makes me feel something. You really feel bad for Tim Robbins' character of Jacob Singer. He's a Vietnam vet. He's haunted by these memories of his kid, played by Macaulay Culkin in a very early role. Stuff that happened in Vietnam. And this weird stuff starts happening. He starts seeing these things. He doesn't know if they're demons. He doesn't know if he was experimented on by the government. He doesn't know there's something else going on. He doesn't know if he can trust his girlfriend, played by Elizabeth Pena. Seems the only person he can trust is Dana Aiello. Very creepy images, thick atmosphere, very emotional score, wonderful ending. This is one of those movies that really makes me feel something. I think it's an excellent horror movie that doesn't get talked about nearly enough. Jacob's Ladder, just exceptional horror film. Exceptional. My friend Michael Keane, if he's watching this, please watch this sometime. Even if you don't like it, that's fine. Please give this a watch sometime. Please. Please, please, please. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Even if you don't like it, that's fine. I would love to hear your thoughts on Jacob's Ladder. I really would. Number 4, awesome, fun movie, Tremors. We killed it. We killed it. Fuck you! Val and Earl, excellent characters by Kevin Bacon and Fred Ward. Blue collar, typical guys. You really love them. Love their dialogue. Oh, that girl. Ooh, broken nail. Dead weight. Well, I'm a victim of circumstance. Thought you'd call you Pecker. I love these characters. Practical effects. These big old worms under the ground. Granted, they don't really look like this. Although it'd be cool if they looked like this, but they don't. That's the thing of this cover. They don't look like this, which is interesting. But that'd be interesting if they did. But they still look really cool. The creatures. What was it? I want to get their names who did the effects. I think Tom Woodruff Jr. and Alec Gillis did the effects. Thought the screenplay was well written. It was fun. It was entertaining. Great monster movie. This is my kind of monster movie. Likeable, blue collar characters in a setting that's different than usual. Practical, wonderful creatures. Very fun, memorable dialogue. Love Tremors a lot. Love Tremors. Love it. And then, let's see, where did I put that one? There we go. Number 3. I always talk about this film, so it should not be that. I swear one day I'm just going to re-review this and do like an hour-long review just to get out of my system. But Leviathan. Is it original? No. But like I said, this is stuff I grew up with. These are kind of monster movies I grew up with. Alien, The Thing, mix it underwater, put it in a blender, you get Leviathan, and you know what? I loved it. I love it to death. I love the cast. Peter Weller, Richard Crenna, Amanda Pays, Ernie Hudson, Daniel Stern, Hetty Elizondo, Lisa Eilbacher. A lot of people connected to this film is no longer with us. I mean, Richard Crenna is no longer with us. Michael Carmine, the other actor, is no longer with us. Jerry Goldsmith did a great score. He's no longer with us. George P. Miles did a very capable job directing. He's no longer with us. Stan Winston, who helped do effects, no longer with us. A lot of people no longer with us in this film, dealing with this film. And I love the cast. Once again, blue-collar folks, likable cast, memorable dialogue. I know you've gone through hell. Gone? Bitch, we're still here! And you call me Becky one more time, six-pack. I'm going to pop your tops. All 6 of them. Great cast. I love the effects. I know 1 or 2 people don't think the effects are not too great, but I like the effects. I never had a problem with the special effects. I like the way it was shot underwater. Thought it was effective. Made believe they were actually underwater. Love Peter Weller as the lead as Beck. Love the creatures. Just a lot of stuff about this film just made me, the ending. How do you feel? And smacks Meg Foster in the face. Peter Weller's like, better. A lot better. It just like, and then a great story by Jerry Goldsmith. It just very, say, motherfucker, blows the motherfucker up. I can't get enough of this movie. That's why I talk about it so much. And I'm sure you guys get tired of me talking about it. But hell, if barely anyone else is going to talk about it, I'm going to talk about it 50 times. Because I love the film so much. I did a fucking t-shirt one day of just, Leviathan or something. That's why I have that poster in my other room of Leviathan. I love it to death. Number 2, I think I did a review for this film. I know in my favorites, I did like a video, a discussion with someone about this film, The Blob, which I know Twilight Time is releasing a Blu-ray in 2014, which has nothing on it, and they're a shitty releasing company, and because they're releasing it, no one can even attempt to do this one until 2017. It's bullshit, because they did Fright Night and they did nothing for it. And then, it's a limited amount of time, limited amount of copies, I should say. But The Blob, I wish I had special edition. I love The Blob. Love this film. Love Kevin Dillon. Love Shawnee Smith. I did a review for this film. I'm sure I did. You can check it out on my channel. Love this film. It's entertaining. This is my kind of monster movie. Likeable cast. Great sense of humor. Solid script. I mean, hell, you got Frank Darabont and Chuck Russell doing the script. Excellent effects. Great tongue-in-cheek moments. Great death scenes. I mean, hell, the guy gets pulled down a fucking sink. And then the guy gets like a wishbone. And this scene alone, fucking fantastic. That you won't see nowadays. And Kevin Dillon is great. Shawnee Smith is great. Very likable as your 2 leads. Love the film to death. Love it. And number one, John Carpenter's The Thing. What more can I say about John Carpenter's The Thing? Suspense, acting, cast, atmosphere, score by Ennio Morricone, Kurt Russell, Wilford Brimley, Keith David, T.K. Carter. Just, the cast did a great job. Very suspenseful. The paranoia. The best special effects ever by Rob Bottin, with a little help from Stan Winston in one scene. The Dodge sequence. Fantastic special effects that still hold up to this day. And this was back in 1982, folks. Again, excellent cast, great paranoia, wonderful suspense, creepy, question mark ending, like makes you think. Great suspense of who's the thing and who's not. Just really effective, really well done, really just fucking kick-ass horror movie. I remember watching this on videotape way back when, and when those scenes would pop up, I'm like, I have to rewind a couple times. What the fuck did I just watch? I mean, the defibrillator scene with the Norris creature, which I know steers the shit out of my friend Mike, OCP Communications. Every time he steers the shit out of him every time he sees it. Love the film to death. Love it. If this is as close to a perfect horror movie as I think there could be. And fuck the prequel, the pre-cum, into your ass. But wow, almost 2-hour video. I wonder if anyone will actually ever watch this shit. But to recap, yeah, I had a couple films that were not on the list, but I mentioned like The Serpent and the Rainbow, The Shaft, not a porno movie, The Shaft, The Mangler, Serpent and Rainbow. I mentioned ICU with Stallone, Pumpkinhead, Exorcist 3, Lost Boys, Frozen, The Shining with Jack Nicholson. But as for the actual list, number 41 was Pulse from the 80s. 40 was People Under the Stairs. 39 was Streamers. 38 was Shakma. 37 was Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3. 36 was Feast. 35 was Death Machine. 34 was Jason Goes to Hell. 33, that was 34. 33, My Bloody Valentine, the original. 32, In the Mouth of Madness. 31, Hills of Eyes remake. 30, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4. Number 29, Alien. Number 28, Dog Soldiers. 27, Fright Night. 26, From Dusk Till Dawn. 25, the original April Fool's Day. 24, Shocker. 23, Jaws. 22, Arachnophobia. 21, Prince of Darkness. 20, Watchmen 2, Lost in Time. 19, Watchers 2 with Mark Singer. 18, Blair Witch Project. 17, Deep Rising. 16, The Relic. 15, Tremors 2 Aftershocks. 14, The First Power. 13, Split Second. 12, Dawn of the Dead from the 70s. 11, Stephen King's Graveyard Shift. Not the vampire cab driver one. I don't care for that one. But Stephen King's Graveyard Shift. Number 10, the original The Hitcher. Number 9, Maximum Overdrive. Number 8, Predator 2. Number 7, Predator. Number 6, Aliens. Number 5, Jacob's Ladder. Number 4, Tremors. Number 3, Leviathan. Number 2, The Blob from 1988. And number 1, John Carpenter's The Thing. So yes, these are my top 3. And number 4 and number 5. So thanks for watching this 2-hour video. I have no idea if anyone will actually watch all this. But again, like I said before the beginning, if you want to see clips and trailers of these films, go down below in the link. Hopefully it's not blocked or copyright or shit or taken down. If so, nothing more I can do. But if not, give it a watch. You can see the trailers and clips and see if anything interests you. So either way, thanks for watching. Take care. And we'll see you later. Ciao.